Well, to continue off what I was talking about, this is precisely why this cult has to die. Because this is what people are doing for a cult. All right. People are picking Donald Trump over everything in their life. They're treating this guy like he's God in their mind. Just like the Christian Coalition and all this BS. These people are giving their sole dedication to a con man. And they're committing violence on behalf of this guy. I mean, it's madness. And that's why, this election's more than just flipping another party into power and another one out. It's about saving the heart and soul of this nation. Because we have to give these people a serious bruising at the ballot box to wake them up and be like, hey, this is not what majority of the country wants. This is not what people want. And the only way we can change that mindset is not, again, we have to do more than electoral politics to get rid of this toxicity in our society. But electoral politics is going to start with. Because election victories obviously are going to move people somewhat. And we got to vote a new class of people in office, not the old school as usual, business as usual, people that really want to fix this country. Um, that way we don't repeat the same mistakes we repeated in the past. That way people don't continue to grow disenchanted. They actually feel like there's a government serving them. All right. But we really had to have a broader discussion in this country about getting rid of toxic politics, getting rid of the toxicity, getting rid of these cults, making people aware of how dangerous cults are. You know, because people will unwillingly get in cults and not realize they're in one. You know, um, but the particular cult with Trump has been uniquely toxic and uniquely strong. It's like a cult I've never seen in my lifetime. Of all the years I've lived and watched politics. All right. You do have subsets of it in other wings of politics. Don't get me wrong. You do have people that are big fans of certain politicians that are like, they'll go to all their rallies, they'll listen to their speeches, they'll do all that. But it's a smaller subset of people. It's not like you don't see huge wings of the population doing it. You see like segments of the population doing it for certain political leaders. So like people go, well, they had that. It was for other presidents too. People did that. Yeah, but it was mostly people that worked for that president. It wasn't random citizens all over the country. It was small pockets of people in each political party. It was not like the huge swath of a base of a party. It wasn't a whole population of voters. That's what I'm saying. It's so different because Trump has a unique connection with so many people in this country. But, and it's not that I personally care about that. I'm concerned because of the kind of things people are doing on behalf of this cult. The things that people choose to believe, the behaviors that people choose. They choose to be ignorant and not care. They don't care about facts. They don't care about truth. They don't care about justice. They give up their sense of moral clarity or having any principles at all. And it's like, I got to defend the honor of this guy. For what, though? I got to buy his Bitcoin. For what? You got scammed. I mean, the thing is, people are just, they're too invested in this person. And I said that, and I've always said this many times. Whenever something's built on a cult, it's doomed to fail. But it's going to take a lot of destruction and a lot of people down with it. And that's the dangerous part because a lot of people are getting hurt from this. It's not just people are making destructive choices. The whole country's hurting from this. People are offing their family members and disowning people and all this stuff over politics. Like politics, don't get me wrong, politics move me too. But I'm not going to commit violence on behalf of politics. I'm not going to destroy my life over politics. I'm not going to harm people in my life that I care about over politics or even a total stranger. I don't care. We all have a right to disagree with things in this country. We don't have to get violent and irate about it. We don't have to put ourselves in harm's way on behalf of it. You know, if you want to fight for a just cause, I mean, if you're going to do it, fight for a just cause at least. Fight for something that makes sense. But don't destroy your life over it. Don't destroy somebody else's life over it. You know what I mean? And that's the thing that's so frustrating to me, because this is toxic. This is bad. It's going too far. And it's really unfortunate because that cult is sitting in the White House right now. And millions of people are acting on behalf of him. And that's why I truly said January 6th never ended. It's continued in many forms. January 6th carried on into his second term. And it's done by his destructive policies and leadership. It's done by the people that support him threatening politicians and calling people all over the country and threatening their lives for daring to speak out for things that are inevitably true. Okay? And it's not just about politics. And I think that's why we have to take our mind out of politics for a second, because I know politics divide people. But we have to understand this is not normal behavior. This is not healthy behavior. Okay? If people are committing violence against elected officials or random strangers or influencers or threatening their lives, that's not okay. I don't care who you support. Okay? And we witnessed that the other day with a random guy again that tried to attack Ilhan Omar. That's not acceptable. That's not okay behavior. Okay? You can speak out. You can protest if you disagree with what somebody's saying. That's totally fine. But to threaten a politician, to threaten an elected official, to threaten an individual at all is not acceptable. And we should never normalize this behavior. But this is a problem. It's a very toxic problem in this country. And it has to be addressed. And that's why I said it's going to start with the ballot box. This cult's got to die. And the GOP, I'm sorry to say it, they're carrying the bag. They're going down with it right now. Because they have to restructure their priorities as a party and understand that they allowed this to fester their whole political party. They allowed this to run their party. They allowed this to run our country into the ground. Okay? And the American people are hurting as a result. But there's still millions of people out there that are willing to go down off the cliff for this. And it's unfortunate because they don't need to. You need to wake up and look at the livelihood, to save the livelihood you have yourself. And look out for you and your family. And do what's right for you and your family. Okay? Don't put yourself in jeopardy for politics. Don't hurt people you love for politics. And certainly don't do it for a con man like Trump. Okay, and don't spend your life savings. Don't do that. Don't put your money in his crypto. Don't do any of that. Be smart. All right. That's all I had to say in this video. Love y'all. Have a great night. Again, I'm not saying this out of malice. I'm saying this out of concern. Okay, we're not going to all agree on everything, but I'm not saying this to attack people's characters. I'm saying this as wake up and get out of this. This is not worth your livelihood. This cult's got to die. That's what I'm saying. Okay. See y'all later. Bye.